Hey guys, and welcome back to Left on Red. It's your girl, Sierra Claire, and I really love today's episode because we're going to be talking about the summer. Summer is almost here. It's like what, 2 weeks away-ish because more like a week away. And we're going to talk about if we're having a hot girl summer, a healing girl summer, maybe a mix of both, and just kind of really break that down and then really get on our summer goals and plans. I know summer is like, I feel like by summer, people think they should have their New Year's like resolutions all figured out, but we're entering into like a new season, a new era. It's summer, just the sun is out. We're in a new season right now. And so I'm so excited because summer is my favorite season. And I have so many goals and plans for this summer to conquer for the rest of the year once summer's done. And I'm going to talk about my goals with you guys. I want to know, what are your goals? What do you have planned for the summer? And we're going to break down what is a hot girl summer, what's a healing girl summer. I've known we see those phrases go around on social media, especially on TikTok. So let's just get right into today's episode. Now, let's start off with a hot girl summer. I feel like people think hot girl summer means like you're outside 24/7, you're hooking up with guys, and you just give no fucks, you don't care. And that can be a hot girl summer. However, I think a hot girl summer, honestly, is a summer full of fun. And fun and how and whatever is fun to you, it's being confident, doing the things that make you happy, and just being unapologetically you. Okay. It's really about you. It's like 100% being selfish in the best way, right? What are you doing to make yourself happy? Like, how are you nurturing and caring for yourself in the best way possible? And that's what I think a hot girl summer is all about. It's not about like crying over, like, we're not crying over any guys. Like, it's summer. We are no, like, we're not depressed, we're not sad, we're not in the house with the curtains closed. Like, the sun is out, we're out. Okay, nobody is crying or being sad over a guy. It is all about doing things that fulfill you. And if you find someone over the summer that fulfills you and makes you happy, great. And if you meet different people over the summer that help you learn something about yourself or bring out different things, like different parts of you that make you happy, I think that is also great as well. Because what I've learned, even with this past breakup, it's like I'm so thankful and appreciative for that whole relationship because it taught me a lot about myself, right? And I'm like one step closer to finding my person. And so I think when we think of these, like when you go into dating and you're like, okay, I'm gonna meet different people. Like, I may like somebody, it may work out, it may not, but you just have a really optimistic attitude and say, you know what, even if this doesn't work out, yeah, it's like sad for a little bit, but I'm now one step closer to finding my person. And so I think that's the attitude we should have going into summer. And that's the attitude I'm having going into summer. I'm fully ready to like meet someone. And again, it's all about making authentic connections. Like, if we hit it off and we go out a few times and it's great, good. If we hit it off and it doesn't work out, it's like, okay, I can, leave you where you're at. But making these authentic connections to eventually find my person, or that's this summer or 3 years from now, it's all about finding myself to find my person. And that to me is hot girl summer. Okay. We're still in the gym. Okay. We're still doing our hot girl walks. We are hanging out with friends, but it's not all about it's just taking that focus off the guys and putting all that focus on yourself. Now, last summer, I talk about my whole summer in the Eat, Pray, Love episode, but how I ate my way through Europe, how I found, love, okay, and kind of like prayed my way. And to me, that was like, it was a bit of hot girl, a bit of healing girl, but in itself, it was like its own type of summer. I feel right now at this stage of my life, I'm way more emotionally mature. I have learned so much more about myself. And one of the things that I learned that I want to share with you guys from from last summer to now and with this past relationship was a lot of the things that I felt I was lacking, I always looked for in guys. And I believe I talk about it on Eat, Pray, Love. Like, the first Greek guy I met, like it was like really fun being like with him because it was like he was a bit more stable and I wasn't. So I was like bouncing around from different countries, etc. And I think I've always been this way. I've always kind of a bit like hyper fixated on men that had something that I lacked, which I think by a default we naturally all do. Like we all like we like people that have something that we want, right? Whether you're hyper fixating on it or not, like we just like it's a natural attraction a little bit. Now everybody's different, but for me that's what I do. And as you guys know, I'm still unemployed, but I'm still looking, interviewing, hoping I get something really, really soon. But with the last guy I dated, I really liked one, you know, having a job is bare minimum, but that he was like, he had a lot of structure in his day. Like his days looked the same. And I like that. I like when I went over there, we had the same thing for breakfast. We got the we like our order was the same. Like it was just a very like he's just a very structured guy and just very stable and very consistent. And those three things I think I'm lacking at this moment in my life. And because he had those three things, I when we broke up and I was just kind of feeling like let's like let's try, or like there's still something there even though it was like pretty much done. I think I was more hurt because I was like, he's been the one consistent thing in my life for a little bit, not a long time, right? But like consistent, like we will talk every day. We made dates, we had plans. You know, he was always really consistent, and I was losing something that was consistent because my life right now, I don't have a lot of structure in my day. I'll be completely honest. Not every day looks the same for me. It's a bit unstable, right? Like me not having a job right now. Like I feel all those things. He never made me feel that way. He was always really supportive of the podcast and saw me like actively like looking and interviewing for a job. But these are my own like things that I lack and my own insecurities that I'm like, I don't have this, so I need to find somebody who does. And I think what that does, right, is it puts unrealistic expectations on the other person, and then you're much harder on yourself. And you feel like, okay, if I don't have this, I have to find somebody who has that, or I have to. It's like everything that you seek in a partner, you should have in yourself. And mind you, now one person may be a bit more stronger at something, versus the other person, right? But like all the basic things like stability, consistency, the way you like love yourself, the way you treat, like all those like foundations that make a relationship really successful, you have to have that in yourself. And so I say all this to kind of segue that I'm having a healing girl summer with a hot girl summer, of course, right? We're gonna have fun. But healing girl summer to me is all about healing yourself from within. It's about being selfish in the best way possible, not the negative connotation that the word selfish comes with, but nurturing yourself, healing yourself, doing the deep work within. Okay, that's therapy. I'm a big advocate for therapy to an extent because I feel like with therapy, at least with me, I feel like I've hit the point with therapy, like, okay, I need to fully take action. I'm self-aware, but it's just all about the healing aspect of yourself. And with healing, you can have fun. Like, I think, especially with social media, people separate like healing and fun. Like, if you're not 100% healed, if you don't isolate yourself and set all these boundaries and cut everyone off, you're not healed. You can't have fun. Like, no. Social media can be very toxic in that way. I think you can because if you don't practice how you're healing, then you're really not healed. Okay. It's like if I say I want to stop, like I want to set boundaries with friends and stop being a people pleaser, which has never been a problem for me, but just the example I'm going to use right now. And if I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to therapy, I figure out why I'm a people pleaser, I set boundaries with friends. Maybe I cut a few toxic people out of my life, which is great, right? But I start isolating myself and I'm like, okay, I'm healed, but I'm not actively like going out with, my quality friends or making new friends, or when things happen, I like, you have to put it to practice, because if you're just saying you're healed and you've cut everyone off and you're like all alone, it's like social media has really like glamorized isolating yourself and not putting to practice. So I'm actively saying, like, you can heal and nurture yourself and create boundaries and still have fun, because that's how you put all of the boundaries and healing to practice and continue to get better at it. Because if like going to therapy and just saying, okay, I now know why I'm a people pleaser, and when something happens a few months later and you're people pleasing again, you're like, oh, I spent all that money in therapy for what? I like, it's like you have to put it to practice and to play, and it's repetition. So that is what I plan on doing, having a healing girl summer and working on being stable, right? Being more confident, working like on all the things like within me, setting really good boundaries with my family and having fun, right? But putting all of those things to practice so I can continue to get better at it and grow as a person. Like, you're not going to grow from isolation. You really, really don't grow from isolation. You grow from uncomfortable situations because you learn from it. So I just want to, put that out there. And since I'm having this healing girl summer, and again, I'm putting it to practice, I'm not going to just isolate myself and sit in the house. Like, no, we are outside this summer. It's hot. The weather is nice. The sun is out. It's a hot girl, healing girl summer. Okay. And we're outside. So being outside comes with a few different things. So I have some goals I want to share with you guys for the summer. The first goal of all is for me to get a new job, whether that be part-time or full-time. I just need to get a new job. Okay. I've been unemployed for a while. It's been cool. It's been fun. I'm ready to be back in the workforce. So it's getting a new job. I gave myself a June 1st deadline, and June 1st is approaching very quickly. I'm going to be lenient with myself and give myself till July. I mean, not July, to the middle of June, because I feel like something will come before the middle of June, but maybe not by June 1st. So we'll see how that works out. But before June ends, essentially, I need to be employed. I want to get sponsors for the podcast. So we can have some sponsors, some ad space, all on things and products or services that I personally use, that I would 100% have no problem with you guys, like have being a sponsor for them, because I use those products. So I have a few things in the works. So getting a sponsor for the podcast by the end of the summer, marketing my own services. So if you guys don't know, I come from digital marketing, social media background. And so I want to market my services way more and have that be another stream of revenue. And then really budgeting. Okay. I have a great Excel that it needs to be put to use for budgeting. So budgeting for my personal life. Okay. Going out this summer, saving for my own place, and of course, a budget for the podcast. And then paying off one credit card at a time. So those are like my financial goals for the summer. My next goal is take myself on 2 free solo dates, 1 paid solo date, and then 1 weekend with friends for June, July, August. There's so many free things to do in New York or any like major city. But in New York, there's so many free things to do this summer that I'm like, you know what? Even if it's just a free solo date or a free thing I do with friends, like, take advantage of all the free things there are to do in New York City. It is almost impossible to not spend money leaving your house in New York. Like, I feel like when I leave my house, I spend a minimum of 100, but I feel like now it's like upping the price. So if I could find any way to like slice that number a little bit, all the free stuff, I fully want to take advantage of it. Take myself out, treat myself. And then, of course, like I said, it's summer. We're outside. So a weekend with friends. We're going to a party. We're a rooftop, just a nice weekend, or we're going away for the weekend out to the Hamptons, just something different, something fun. And then my last goal for the summer is to make new friends and spend time with my current friends. So I think I've gotten to a place where all of my friends right now, I feel like are quality friends. I last year cut off a good amount of toxic people and toxic friends. And I can proudly say, like, in 2023, I think I this is the first year where I feel like I have good quality friends that I can count on, I can call on. Like, I'm in a happy space right now with my friends. And I feel like we all have to go through those like uncomfortable, kind of like just phases with our friends, figuring out who's really there for us, who's not. I think I can count on my hand right now, like one or two people who I'm like, you know what? If they don't hit me up after this, I'm good with ending the friendship, because I think everybody else, we have really like nurtured our friendship. So I'm happy with my current friends. I also want to make new friends. And making new friends, I feel like people are like, why do you want so many friends? But it's like, well, if you live in any major city, and this is if you live anywhere, right? But emphasis on major city, but especially in New York, you never know who knows somebody who knows somebody who can get you into a room somewhere. And now friends is not all about like who can, how can I social climb? It's not about that. But when you're open to meeting new people, you never know who you're going to meet. You don't know who they know, how they can help you, or just and help you in any way, whether that's like career, personal, or how you guys can help each other. Like, I do feel like a friendship has to be like beneficial, but you just never know. So when you're open to meeting people, being welcoming, being nice, and having a genuine interest in them and vice versa, that can open so many doors for you. That could be your best friend forever, right? Like, a person you meet in the next 2 months can end up being your best friend for the next 10, 20, 30 years. The person you may meet in July may know somebody who works at your dream job and that wants to help you because you guys are just really good friends. Like, you just really never know. So this Saturday, I'm actually going to a water painting class, which is exciting, with like 40 girls that I don't know any of them. And I'm going to make a vlog and make it as a reel, and I'll tell you guys more about it. But I really want to be sharing that this summer, like free things to do in New York, different things or ideas that you should be doing this summer, and how to just really enjoy your summer and meeting new people and making new friends. So those are my summer goals. I want to hear, what are your summer goals? What do you guys have planned? DM me, let me know. If you guys have any like events or just things you know about in New York or other places, let me know so I can share it, because we have listeners all across the US, which is really exciting. I love like seeing where everybody's listening from. So DM me, let me know. I also want to know like your summer goals and plans. And I'll even put up like a little question on our Instagram stories, and you guys can like drop it there and I'll share it, and we can like get different ideas from each other. So I'm excited for this summer. I feel like just 2 weeks ago, I was so defeated. And now I feel more motivated and just way more happy and really like optimistic for the summer. No matter like what life throws at you. My mom has been sending me these like daily videos and quotes. It's really cute. And she's like, hey, I um I love you and you're great. And she's like, all of like the videos and quotes she sends me. So she's like, it's all about the journey, not the destination. The highs, the lows, it's all gonna craft you to be the person you're supposed to be. And so I want to leave you guys on that message. The highs, the lows, all of what you're going through, even if you're not going through anything right now and you're having like a great spring entering into summer, I love that for you. But if you are going through some highs and lows since the beginning of the year, or just like, this season right now, just know it is all crafting you into being the person you're meant to be, into putting you into the place you're supposed to be in. And I am embracing that so much. I'm like, everything that's happening now, on my good days, bad days, or even my quiet days where nothing is really moving, it's all getting me ready into where I'm supposed to be. And I really feel like this summer is going to be great. And I'm ready. Highs, lows, I'm ready for it. So I can't wait to share my summer with you guys, and for you guys to share your summer with me. We can share it and help each other out. And I'm excited. So make sure you like, share, subscribe to the podcast. Please, guys, subscribe. And I will see you guys all in the next episode. Bye, guys.